Okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're about to make our flower, our fourth of a flower, to create our whole flower for our artwork today. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna show you, I traced this tracer all the way around, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. And notice how it makes a circle right here. So those are all going to meet each other when we put ours together. But what I want you to notice is how each one of these flowers, the fourth of a flower, is very different. So this one's got taller, pointier petals on it. This one, I made the middle one a little bit longer and rounded. This one, I tried to make these a little wider from each other. And then this, I made them all rounded and tried to make them more of the same size. So my whole point in showing you this is no matter how you do it, you're only going to do 3 petals, and you get to make some choices so that all of our fourth of a flowers don't look the same, but when they're together, they're still going to look unified and amazing, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our square, and I'm gonna make this a little bigger so that you can see. We're gonna take our square, and no matter how you have it turned, it's a square, okay? So you're gonna take your tracer, and we're all gonna have the same tracer. So what's gonna happen is, because it's got 2 flat sides or straight sides, that those 2 we do not have to trace. The only side that we're gonna end up tracing is this curved side. So what I'm gonna do is take my tracer, I'm gonna line it up on one of my corners of my square. It does not matter which corner. And I'm gonna hold the tracer down with more than one finger, and I'm gonna start up at the top of the tracer, and I'm gonna drag my pencil down my, that curved edge. It's kind of like a part of a rainbow, okay? So when I do that, that is going to be the inside of my flower. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come on that curved line right in the middle of the curved line, which is right here. I'm gonna actually put 3 fingers there. And sometimes in here we use our fingers to measure. And I'm gonna switch from pencil to pen. So we're obviously not using pen, but I think you're gonna be able to see a little bit better. So I'm gonna use my 3 fingers together on that curved line right in the middle, and I'm gonna make a mark, and I'm gonna make a mark. So I made a mark on either side, okay? This is gonna be the width of my first petal. So maybe I want my petal to come all the way to the corner. Maybe I wanna make it a little bit shorter. Maybe I wanna make it curved, pointed, whatever I wanna do, but I'm only gonna make 1 petal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make my first petal a little bit pointed, and I'm going to join those 2 marks together. Okay, so now we have our first petal. Now we have room here for our second and third petals. So we're gonna go ahead and add those. Now when you start your next petal, if you want it to touch this one, you can, or you can leave a little bit of space. So I'm gonna start here and leave a little space, but you don't have to. And I'm gonna make my next petal. And since I did that here, I'm gonna try to copy it over here. You don't have to, it could touch if you would like it to. And I'm going to go ahead and do that here, okay? So now I've got my whole petal done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip my paper over. I'm gonna write my name right in the middle of my square. And I'm gonna go ahead and write my code underneath it. And I will go ahead and tell you what that is when we get to that point. Once we've written our name, we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna get a regular Sharpie, and we're gonna go over our lines with Sharpie because we want these lines to stand out. And then we'll go to the next step.